Aftershow.
Hi.
The Aftershow. This is Shadowrun episode 10. They just did an entire episode of shopping and legwork. There was mostly legwork, but the shopping was noticeable.
Didn't you notice how we received a whole bunch of money, and all of a sudden the next mission, we had to spend all of that money? It's gone. It's gone.
But I got important upgrades. I mean, that's the thing, is that, like, the full body armor is going to be useful forever. Because, like, anytime we go into a high combat situation, it's like, yeah, go ahead and shoot me. I got 24 soaked ice now. Like, what are you going to do?
Now, you say you got important upgrades, but do you have a Robo-Wang, and can you pet a dragon?
No.
Well,
He wouldn't let me burn Edge. I wanted to burn Edge. He wouldn't let me.
I don't
How's
know how
everyone
useful
feeling
the
about
armor's
our
going to be.
chances
It's like,
in the socks?
I think we need to have a plan. We don't have a plan yet.
No,
At
we
all.
don't. It's a situation
don't.
where it's like, oh, you've got a week and a half. You're jumping him right now.
Yeah.
Well,
So I was
part of the
like,
reason
wait,
is, like, a lot of
wait.
the stuff that I can give you, I'll be giving you maps and stuff. I just need to create the map, etc.
Yeah.
And also because a lot of the information is you can only really get it on the ground because it's an area which is a wasteland, which hasn't really been updated with infrastructure. So
Yeah,
a
but
lot
the
is gonna
simple
be-
stuff like even coming in on magic, on levitation, it's like, maybe that wasn't the best idea. So, yeah, whatever.
Ah, you sound like you don't trust me.
Not that. It's just I would have liked to at least talked about it before we did it.
I mean, it probably would have been a
I
smarter
would like to talk
idea.
If we jumped at all. Like, I would like to know where we're landing, what we're gonna do when we land, who we're gonna, like, where
I'm
we're
going to
going. Like, I have no
impersonate
idea
a
about
French
any.
maid. I'm going to impersonate a French maid. I'm going to be a housemaid for someone in there. Some posh residence. It's going to be great.
How are
In
you
the
gonna
wasteland.
be
President?
I've got the outfit and everything. We're good.
Okay, well, next episode you have to be dressed up in a French maid outfit, or this is not gonna
Done.
work. Okay.
Done.
Yes. If you're dressed up in, I will wear like full armor. Well, maybe not full armor, but like I'll get gas mask, all that shit. I'll be ready for next episode. You better be too.
I've got a
I know,
gas
I was-
mask, but I don't have paintball armor or anything that I could wear. Because that's basically what
Yes,
full
no,
body
you
armor
could
looks
rent it.
like.
Yeah, it's pretty.
On the
Plus we
paintball
do
armor,
Because
have
I'm
like,
not here next week, can my icon be like a Fallout power suit? Because that seems like it's what we're wearing.
that's kind of what you're
We
wearing.
should have gone.
What-
Well, it becomes powered once it's mil-spec. Like, the mil-spec stuff is the one that actually has actuators and everything, like in the knees and whatnot. They're like, and it gives you, like, agility and strength buffs.
Yeah,
And once you
full
get to,
body
like,
is kind of
heavy
the halfway
mil-spec,
house.
Yeah,
Why
once you
didn't-
get to
why
heavy
didn't we,
mil-spec, you gotta climb up with a step ladder and get into it like Mech Warrior style.
Why didn't any of us come up with that idea about stealing some of those suits when we landed back in Britain?
Stealing some of those suits? Which suits?
Those powered suits that they had there in that military testing area.
Oh.
Remember
They
that?
did, I
I
mean-
think it's because we would have got killed and we were just trying
Well,
to
you
stay
don't
alive.
know
and we had
that. We
a
didn't-
slowly
no guarantee
dying
we'd get
person
killed.
with us.
Mana
We
Bolt
had
does
a-
wonders to people like that. That armor does nothing against Mana Bolt.
There you go. Does it damage the armor though?
I'd prefer
No,
to know
armor's
that I was
perfectly
the only
fine.
one that was in my suit.
See,
problem
I
that
don't
you
want
run
someone else's
into-
sweat.
Is I think a lot of that armor has, like, actual biometrics where it's tuned to, like, a person who is authorized to use it, and if anybody else gets in, it probably, like, injects you and kills
Wait,
you or
so
something.
you actually have to like pee a little bit just so it knows that it's you?
Well, I assume it just, like,
It
puts
just
some
like
kind
your
of, like,
hand
trode
scanners.
or something, like, on your forehead and just gets it from there.
Ah. So steal the trodes.
I
Steal the
do
head.
have biometric gloves,
Steal the head.
so I could shake someone's hand and like grab their imprints or something like that.
Excuse
If
me,
we
did you
needed
step
to like
out of
use
this
someone's
amazing
hand.
military grade suit so I could shake your hand? Come on.
Why haven't you mentioned this
I
before?
fucking
That
Taco
means I can
Bell.
give you fingerprint scanners on a run that you can actually get, like, fingerprints for.
Yeah, we haven't had a reason for fingerprints yet. But
Nice.
if like there was a situation where I basically, because I got the key card copier, all these different things, because I was like, I don't know what to expect. But those are the things that I've run into in the past Shadowrun campaigns, and I was like, I just
What?
wasted money because I haven't used them at all.
That could be something really useful depending on what type of identification they use inside the socks. Who knows?
That's true.
All the
It's
Rem
gotta be
They're all
some-
wearing like suits because there's radiation and shit, so I'm doubting that they're taking off their gloves to do that.
True.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm trying to work out what it's going to be like in there. It almost seems like it's going to be some sort of like Fallout Mad Max sort of situation based on
Little
some of
bit.
the descriptions.
It's a little
It's
bit.
not going to be good. I mean, the nice news is we probably won't have to deal with military guys until we get to their compounds because, like EE said, they don't go out on patrols or anything inside the walls. They just stay indoors because they don't want to get irradiated and grow like a fourth wiener or something. But we will have to deal with spirits.
But
I
do
can
you
almost
not want
guarantee you
to?
that. That's too much. It's too many wieners. How can you manage all that? I would assume the blood drain at a certain point would just knock you out too. You just can't get it up to your brain.
They just like, let's stop at 3. 3 is good. We'll stick it there. Let's go inside.
Spirits, weird beasties,
Oh, you know what we didn't think about?
locals.
That's why we got explosive rounds.
We should get
And
gecko
APDS.
tape on our suits so we could like climb up shit.
I'm not
Entire
very
wall
good at
just
climbing.
goes.
I'm more of a floater. I'm more of a levitator.
You're a floater?
He's a
Wow.
floater.
He's a floater.
Yep.
Flush them down, boys.
But they don't
Oh,
flush. They just go down to the bottom of the hole and bounce. And you're just like, get the fuck out of here.
oh, God. TMI, TMI.
Honestly, never seen that problem before. I don't know
Like,
what kind
nobody's
of
ever had one of
toilets
those
you use.
just... No,
That
one of those
must be the
asshole
world's
floaters
worst
that just
toilet,
won't
man.
go. It just won't fucking go.
It won't go down?
Yeah, it's too light. It's too buoyant.
What? No.
What
Then
do
you
you
need
eat?
to upgrade your toilet, sir.
I'm a renter. I ain't paying shit. I don't even mow
Hey,
the yard.
You tell your landlord or whatever. Be like, yo, fix that shit.
Maybe he just
Yeah, it
shouldn't
won't
have
flush my
rubberized
floaters, son.
turds.
So, what's the odds on us surviving this little thing we're on?
You're
I'm
actually
looking at
really-
about 25%.
All things considered, we're really well prepared for this run. Like, we spent the money on the things we need to have for this run. And so the threats we go up against are going to be at a severe disadvantage. Like, toxic spirits are really going to have trouble attacking us because of the chemical seals, the toxic resistance, and also my counterspelling. They're really going to struggle with that because their dice are just getting eaten up left and right by all the preparations we have. We have APDS rounds, we have explosive rounds, we have magic. So we should be able to get rid of them pretty quickly if we need to as well. So
I just
I'm
want
not
a
really
fire
that worried.
missile. I
Thing
just
is,
want to
though,
fire
if we're walking around in like these super awesome ultimate survive inside socks suits, then we're just gonna get like the local equivalent of a Morton Joe trying to kill us. He's just gonna throw everything he has at us because it's like if we get those 4 suits, we're immune to everything and can never die.
And then one of them,
I mean, the nice thing is,
Not
With my-
truly.
with my APDS sniper, I can put like conservatively 17p on somebody at like -8 AP every single turn. Like, they're going to be in the same armor we are, but they're going to be down to like 14, 15 soak dice unless they're running the same scouts. But I don't think we are. I think it's mostly going to be monsters, and I think it's mostly going to be spirits.
I
The
think
spirits
if
I'm
we
not
can-
worried about. The critters might get weird.
If we can get to the locations that we need without fighting, that there's a possibility that we could do that too. It's just all going to
Yeah.
depend on like what we encounter, right? Because I think once we see the map and figure out like how we can avoid stuff and get to the buildings that we need to get to get the objectives that we need to get.
I mean, one
Because
way
we have to
that-
come out of this with a bunch of information, right? Like our mission is obviously I want to get my mom, but you guys don't know that part. You just think like we know that we need to go here because that blonde chick was there, so we know that the Orc Holcomb's here. So we need to figure out the location of that, and then what was it? He wants to know who's messing with them and why. Why is a bonus?
I think this is mostly a snoop mission. I kind of regret that I didn't get a directional audio laser so that we can just point it at the side of a building and start listening to conversations.
I have that.
We do
You have one of those?
Yeah,
I have one of those.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I've got a,
I have a
There's
one of
laser
always-
those.
microphone.
And there's always the
RFID
drones for
tag.
getting through to stuff
I have an
too.
R6 one.
So
Yeah.
we have options right now. I feel like we spend a lot of money, and that makes us really well prepared for whatever we hit. We've got the sat links. We've got loads of gadgets and random, like, James Bond gizmos. I'd prefer not to fight, too. I'm thinking that we're probably going to fight spirits, though. This is a really messed up area. Like, a dragon died here. And so it's going to be
That's true.
magically just all kinds of a mess.
Yeah.
So how are we
Well,
getting
that's
out?
That's what you're for,
Well,
right?
a dragon died here,
You'll save us.
allegedly.
Protect us.
You do have a pretty Nova Hot Mage. It is true.
There you go.
I am.
There you go.
I mean, I went to MIT, NT.
So
Oh, I forgot
how
you
do we
went to
get out?
LAT&T. Yeah, that's the other end
Yeah.
of the Frank Mass Bridge. So you probably know some of the people involved with the project.
Just like my mom. Dad was Harvard, mom was MIT&T. As Technology sent me to MIT&T before they brought me back for research.
Must be nice to have parents.
Oh.
Mine are gone too. I just got mine a little bit longer than you did. Like, I got the Jolly Rancher in my mouth, but I was forced to spit it out. You just got to look at it in the wrapper.
Aw.
In terms of
That's
when you get on the
depressing.
ground,
Now I want Jolly Ranchers.
there are actually still like people living in the containment zone, so you can still ask around and like find out what's happening, if there's been any changes, etc. If they've seen people, etc. Like
They're going to be like the mutants from the sewer in Futurama.
A little bit.
Like, anybody
They're
got a
gonna be like-
guitar string? Somebody flush a guitar string.
Well,
It's okay, though.
we could even
You're
get more
gonna-
information while we're down there.
You're excellent at communication, and if they refuse or if they don't know, then we just kill them. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll be like,
Or you
hey,
influence
radiated
them. No
bitch,
need to kill
give me my
them.
information. Negotiate check.
Dude, I don't know why
Is
you don't
anyone
just
gonna
like
get-
wiggle your finger and be like, tell me the things.
I do have influence. It is rather
do that
easy for
all
me
the
to get
time.
everything I want. Like,
We
people were
might wanna
discussing
use
that on the... Yeah, people were discussing that on the Shadowrun boards where they were like, I don't know why you would ever have mind control or compel truth when you can just get influence. Because influence does all those things. It's just in the way that you word the influence is really what it comes down to. You just have to be smarter with influence, and you get a bunch of other manipulation effects out of it. Like, the other spells are just redundant with influence existing as it does in 5e.
Yeah, the way I balance is to make influence like every time they are faced with the wrongness of their action at all, they get to challenge it. Whereas the other ones are a little less stringent.
The other ones are strong arm, like, you have to fucking do it
Yeah.
as long as, like, I basically take over your brain. I do want the read thoughts thing, because that's one thing I can't influence. Is if I
Oh,
don't know somebody has
yeah.
information, but I think they might have information, so I can't influence them to tell me what I want because I don't know what they have.
Dude,
Reading
get
somebody's thoughts, pretty solid. With 3 or 4 hits, you get like everything from them. Just
There's a couple other programs that I want to grab too. I do have money for it, I suppose, but
In which case you
I
can
always
bought
like
them
to-
between the jump, and so yeah, you can have them.
Yeah, I
yeah,
hope so.
but it's like, it's also the matter of if I don't need those. A lot of the programs, like I can install a program kind of semi on the fly if I know it's coming up, right?
Yeah, it takes you like
To some extent.
a complex action to switch your program out.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So it's like I don't have to worry about programs as much because I can just buy them semi on the fly depending on the program. But so I don't know. I always I want to save because in order for me to buy my next deck, it's 400k plus turning in my old one, and I'm at 53k right now. I've been saving.
You're almost
well,
there.
it's possible that we can just. I mean, tag is only so I've basically got everything I need at this point. I might buy 1 or 2 more spells, but those are like 500 new yen a piece. I might get a spell focus, but I only need like 25,000 more new yen before I'm done. Like I'm cashed out. That's everything.
No
Mage
way,
needs, and I'm
dude. You can
finished.
upgrade. You can get so many like cyber upgrades. Why do you want any cyber upgrades?
They kill my magic.
messes up
You
your-
can't have
yeah.
cyberware and
Oh,
stuff.
really?
They make you
I've
lose
never
your
played a
magic
mage
rating.
before either. Sorry, Ben.
And so at that point, all I need is 10k a week to get my 5 free karma, and then I can just throw the rest at the group. Like that's pretty much what it comes down to.
Get 50k, put it in a safe place just in case you need a vat-grown arm. If you lose an arm, you've got to get vat-grown arm. Otherwise, Cyberarm
Oh.
loses your karma essence.
Can't you just
Oh.
use a wooden stick like Bender? I mean, you don't need arms.
just like a snowman.
It'll work.
I don't know if
So-
wood would be good. Go ahead, Bentham. Sorry.
So can anyone get demolition skill? Does anyone have like logic that's more than 2?
My logic is 5, but
Oh.
I have no karma left. I used it on the focus so that I could levitate us down, and also so that in future missions, I can do more things. Like, it made me a multitasker. Like, that was a major upgrade for my character, where now I can multitask like crazy, provided the background count isn't fucked up.
Nice. Yeah, I have a logic 5. So I guess it could make sense that I could do demolition stuff since I don't have it as like a skill. I could learn it.
You can get a no
Demolition.
soft if you have money and not karma. I mean,
I have karma, so I could totally do that. And spend a
I
point.
might just cancel the purchase. I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, it depends on how exactly we're planning to get out. Still, I mean,
he said
how
he had a
big's the
chopper
wall? I
guy.
have no
that's-
idea.
He said his stealth chopper was inside the socks, so
No, he said
presumably we
this
won't need the
person with a chopper
explosives.
is out of the country right now, but he has a contact inside the socks who might be able to help.
I mean, worst case
Spoilers.
scenario is we sat link over to Seder Krep and we're like, yeah, we need an evac. It'll probably hurt our bottom line, but we're working for them. I mean, at the end of the day, if they want their shit, we'll be like, we have your info, extract us, or we all die and you have nothing. Like they
the
need
bad
what
guys
we have.
for way out as well. Like the bad guys going in and out. So
Yeah. There's probably smugglers or something associated. Anytime you've got a quarantine area, there are smugglers. So
I might skip on those explosives because that's a lot of money.
we need to ask around for a coyote, basically. Somebody that can sneak us through. I bet there's somebody.
probably.
Do we feel like we want those explosives though? Like as a group, do we think that they're useful? I feel
part
like
of
it's
it is
useful if we need
if
to
you
get
can-
to the wall.
If you can like use them to break open the wall, then maybe. But also, you might want them to take
Or
out anything you've got to
distraction.
take out. Or yeah, and distraction. But like, if there's some of the guys in here that you need to take out, or they've got infrastructure you need to take out because it's related to the attack on State of Krupp, then that would effectively be the State of Krupp. We dealt with the issue for you, so that's the extra bonus pay you talked about.
True.
And considering we're in a very isolated area, I say we get on the Matrix as much as possible. By us, I mean Jade, and just steal pay data nonstop, because this is going to be an area that's
Yeah,
got to be just a
The
gold
problem
mine
is
of pay
for
data.
me to do that depending on how, like if you want me to link in, like someone's gonna have to watch my body, and because I can't watch my body with my eye anymore.
Yeah, this area is full of noise, full of background count, full of pollution, full of radiation. Like it's very
If
much
we can
more
find a direct jack point, though, she's good. We just got to find a direct jack point.
Yeah. Even then, there'll probably be a noise penalty just because the infrastructure, the wired infrastructure, is messed up. It's not based on the wireless, but it'll be a lot less. Wireless
Do you
noise
have an
around here is very
idea?
high. Or,
Do you have an idea how much noise you're talking about?
if you're wired in or if you're wireless?
Wired in,
Both?
because we're probably gonna wire in, right? Like he gave me that other device.
Yeah,
That I can
wired in,
use.
you'd probably be taking 2 noise, depending on where you wire in. Like, if you wire in at, like, a core facility or something, it'll be 0, because they've got hard lines.
What is that? Which perfect, because I can make my way around that, no problem.
Yeah.
The device that he gave me, the what is it called? The comm relay.
It's called a comm relay.
Yeah, what does that give me bonus wise?
It doesn't. It just allows you to talk to the old Matrix protocols that haven't been updated, because this area is never updated. It's so old.
Oh, and then I have a wireless track.
Another
and
thing to think
a
of is that we have
wire
no time limit on what we're doing right now. We're inside a massive geographical area. We can find little townships and whatnot that are left over, and we can subcontract for them while we're on this job and while we gather information. Like, we can treat this as a bit of a quest farm as well, where we can go in and be like, hey, you know, is your village being harassed by zoological creatures? I will take care of that. In exchange for smuggle us here, where's the hard line, stuff like that.
It's like a farming quest. 10 zoological creatures for 50 Noyen. No, I'm just kidding.
It's what I would suggest, because we're not on a time limit. We can actually become like citizens in this area.
We kind of are in a time limit because there's about a 3-month span between now and 3 months from now before
Sure.
all of this is supposed to go down with the stock price falling. So
Also,
something's gonna
my
happen.
mom-
The stock price will fall in this 3 months. The 3 month is
That's
the
what I'm
end
talking
when the
about. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and my mom's in there, so I'm gonna be kind of rushing that a little bit more, I think, because clearly they've been doing other things to her to interrogate her. So who knows
My thought is that
how long she's gonna live.
you saw pictures of her going in and out of the actual containment zone.
just
In-
end.
If that, okay,
With
that means
the
she's
girl,
in
with that
transit.
blonde lady.
So somebody may have seen her in the countryside or whatever, like going through. You don't know when it comes to people seeing stuff. People see things that they just don't realize are important all the time. Like until you ask them, like, "Hey, did you see a military vehicle with somebody look like this?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I didn't think it was anything at the time, but you know, maybe I did." It's just we gotta canvas and do our work.
Yeah.
Did anyone
Sounds
run,
like a job for a face.
Did anyone run the woman through the Matrix?
I'd
The
assume
blonde
that'd be
woman?
part of our background stuff that
I
we
did
did off
search-
camera.
I searched for her before, but I'd have to go scroll down to figure out what information I found on her. I think she's led a couple different shadow runs, was what I gathered, and in a previous one, something else happened.
Yeah.
This was like way before. This was like back whenever I first met you guys.
Yeah, I just can't remember if you'd done it, because
Was that
I've
week
done it recently.
4?
yeah.
No, because week 4
I would
was
include that. I would include that in a role for what we did
images
during
of
the week and a
Lydia
half,
along
just
with her
because
team, offering information on them and another player. There was conspiracy theory. With their meeting, there's a short video clip, and I had a telephone call that was kind of grainy. and they were exchanging something and giving my mother to another group. And there was a bunch of people with face masks. That was one of the things with Lydia. I don't know how many other... I've gotten so much information on Lydia. Oh, okay. And then the last one was... There's posted that a Shadowrun group got screwed over by them, and it was that group. And Lydia was like an 80% match for it. And then there was 1 killed, 2 suffered injuries, and they lost the orichalcum, which could possibly be the orichalcum that we're looking at right now.
Oh yeah, that wasn't the blonde,
and that was
not
linked
the blonde
to
who
the
picked up
kilts.
the orichalcum at the port, though.
Yeah, and so that was, and then the kilts were linked to, because they were the one who sent the message to the party.
Yeah.
So there's so much information going on right now, though. It's like insane.
The blonde you found, who picked up the stuff and was with your mum in the car. If you ran a matrix search on her in the last week, you'll find that she was an ex-Shadowrunner who's presumed to be missing or dead. Used to be based up in Scotland.
Oh no.
I'm still waiting for Blowback to show up. That's why I was asking around about Go Gangs.
Maybe
Blowback can't leave it alone. He'd try to go underground and then he'd join up with somebody. It's just what he does.
Maybe that is Blowback. Maybe he's had a change of heart. A bit of surgery.
Doesn't strike me as the kind. He's a killing machine. He just wants to get out there and ride Harleys and shoot shotguns at people.
True. Maggie, did you get the name there?
No. What was the name?
She used to go by the Shadowrunning name Kelt.
Kelt?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Season 1 reference.
K-E-L-T or Kelt?
C-E-L-C. Charlie Echo Lima Tango.
Kelt. Okay.
That's the only woman that ever almost liked Blowback. The only one he ever... I mean, he's a smelly little dwarf with 1 charisma. He's got to take what he can get.
It's just because everyone else you associated with was such a fail.
That's true. She did not have a high opinion of the rest of our group. I was the only one that, even with my 1 charisma, managed to look professional. Everybody else was running around from toxic bug bites, eating soy calf, trying to extort her for money.
Well, now we're running into her
Don't
again.
bring that up again.
She has my mom this time, though. Like, what?
Maybe they're friends.
I'm sure.
Oh shit! I just made the connection.
No, we're
Oh
not allowed to
no!
Share with the rest of class.
What's his name had stolen her body at the cult facility, and she had disintegrated into the astral. So it depends where on the timeline we are, if we're preceding the season 1 group or after. But if we're after, what's his name? The cult leader could tangibly be in her body right now. It's a possibility.
We are after season 1.
He looks
Season 1 was 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
this is after season 1. Season 1 was like 1.5, 2 years ago.
Yeah, because somebody stole her body at the end of that run and disintegrated her soul, like her spirit, so she was just a blank vessel. And we know that guy knows how to body hop. That was one of the major issues with the cult, is that he just, like, swaps bodies all the time. His current one was whatever. Started with a D. Davenport? No, not
David,
Davenport.
Mirage.
David Mirage. But we
Wait,
killed
David
David Mirage's
Mirage.
body, so he would have need to have body hopped. And she was the person that got separated from her soul. So, you know, stuff to think about. It might not be true, but it's fun to theory craft.
Maggie
It
has
would
a connection
explain
to
her-
David Mirage that she sees with Project
Yeah.
Transference.
I was like, wait, I've heard that name before. This is the problem, is like, there's
Pug killed
so
the
much
fuck out of that
information
guy.
right now. It's so much information that it's hard to like put it all together. But
Welcome to Conspiracy.
Peter Blake is tied to David Mirage.
God damn it, David Mirage. I do not like you.
And he's tied to the extension program for transference.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Well, that's problematic. That's really problematic.
And Peter Blake took the role as an executive on there. So if David
I don't
Mirage
think,
if Peter Blake was working for David Mirage, that means David Mirage is like a higher senior than he is above the execs. Like what?
We'll find
He's
out.
looking on his face. He's like, ha ha ha.
He's trying so hard.
My look on
Composure
my face
rolling.
is you connecting the dots and starting to see patterns and stuff.
I didn't even know Mirage was a part of all this until I didn't know he was part of her background. So now I know. My
It came
character
up
doesn't
in
know.
an extended
but...
role earlier, a few episodes ago. I mentioned that you found his name
It
in
came
contact
up
with
in
Project Transference.
episode 5, which was the second episode that I was ever on.
Yeah.
Can I have my agent just doing matrix searches for like 4 or 5 days just on Jade?
It doesn't work like that for extended test. You can roll an extended test though. Feel free. Use the extended test button right now. Type in 10 dice and just let it go.
But I
Oh,
might
come on,
critically
dude.
fail.
She likes
How do I-
everything, though.
If you critically fail,
Also,
she'll probably know you looked at her.
How do I cut it off at a certain threshold though?
There's
Let's
things in there for the
see.
macro you can choose.
So for this, if I was gonna do it, it's just my device rating plus the agent taking over instead of my computer skill?
I believe so, yeah.
So it's just 10 dice. Okay.
wait, for a matrix search?
For an agent doing it though.
Oh, for an agent doing, because the matrix search is computer times data processing. Yeah.
What's the is that a custom macro that I haven't put on my bar yet?
It's
It's
a
one
matrix.
of the ones that, yeah, should
There
be
it is.
selected.
EX test.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's int, computer, and then whatever your mod is, and then data processing. But I don't know what it would be for agent.
15
Oh,
successes.
That's pretty good. That's better than
Yeah,
me.
Jade has a couple of aliases, including Saber and one other. What's the other one?
Wait, he gets all of that from that? That's so shitty.
No, he doesn't. He only gets, he
Well,
only
why are
gets
you
Saber.
mad though? So salty.
He gets
It's
Jade and
Ray.
he gets Saber as aliases. You know that
It's
she
R43 is the other one.
There we go. You also get that she DJs at a club in the Matrix, although you're not sure which one. You get the idea that she's kind of a whiz hacker.
It's okay. I'll make this test every now and again, and I'll just
Beyond
start
that-
accumulating. I like to know who I run with. Conflicts of
So
interest.
do I. That's why I know so much about you guys. You can't counter me though. What? No.
Yeah.
That's why I got an agent.
You're like, I don't trust her.
No, I got an agent just so I can do matrix searches. I'm tired of like not being able to do any legwork.
Yeah, but that's like the one thing that I get to do. Otherwise, I'm like,
But look how
terrible.
many-
Like that last mission, I had to rely so much on you guys. I was like, this sucks, not having my deck.
The thing is, like, your skills are so far out of like an agent's capabilities. Like that same test, you would have gotten like 40 hits. You know, like you still do it way better than I
Yep.
do. It's just I get to contribute now.
16
Yeah.
dice.
I think something's wrong with the Matrix section now, though. Because when I change my deck, it doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't change how many rolls I get.
Oh,
something-
because the dev said that he's changing it so the extended tests, because they never happen in combat time, always use your highest attribute from your deck, because it's assumed that you would change that to be your highest attribute.
Yeah, but like that doesn't seem right. To me, it is.
It should be your data processing should be a limit, and that's 10, right, for your deck.
My
Why is it
data
10?
processing should be like a
8.
16 roll.
No, your data processing is your deck. It shouldn't be double digits. It's a single digit thing.
Oh yeah. My data processing is 10.
Okay, yeah. In which case it's fine. That's your limit.
But my computer, my int.
Yeah, your computer unit shouldn't be 16. I don't know how you're getting 16 dice.
My int is
Well, yeah, earlier
4.
earlier she said she's going to be rolling 4 dice, and she rolled 6. I'm like, what?
My int is 4, and my computer's is... I don't know, something seemed wrong when we were rolling today, but I was like, okay. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, it was the free fall roll. You rolled 4 dice. So body 3, free fall 1, and then you had X2. So you rolled 2 extra dice.
Oh, you're
For
using a modifier that you shouldn't be using for some reason. I don't know why.
free fall, I have no modifier. I just have 4 dice.
Yeah, but you rolled 6.
You rolled 6.
I don't know, I just hit the thing.
You've
I
got
have it
a
specialized.
X2, which is like some form of modifier in there. It's done it again. You've got a modifier in there.
I
Is
have
it
no
specialty?
modifier.
Have you got a specialty marked down or something?
Yeah, specialization.
What have you specialized in?
How do you mark that you have it trained or whatever? Isn't it
Oh, you
specialized?
don't. No, specialized is something completely different.
Okay. don't know how that works then. I don't know how to remove a specialization then.
You type none.
And it'll go away? Oh, okay, that worked, yeah.
I try rolling it now. Should work. Yeah, you landed safely.
Perfect.
It was the same roll. Same number. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with the Matrix stuff. We'll have a look at that at some point, I guess. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, my computer's 10 dice. So I don't know how the math is happening there.
Yeah, you really shouldn't have 16 dice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I should have 16. That's why I'm confused. And before it was doing that fine whenever I could edit it myself. So no, I don't know.
Oh well, I'll ask the dev at some point maybe or something. But yeah, that's it for the after show. Hope you've enjoyed. A lot of technical fiddling at the end there, but looking forward to how the group manages in a background county area of lots of hostile flora, fauna, magical stuff, everything really.
I'm surprised we didn't pick up like a flamethrower, just so nothing could come in range of us. Just use it the entire time we're in there.
You know what? Tinker
Always
probably had
facing
one.
forward.
Depends on how like powerful the flamethrower is. It might not be a long range. It's like mid range, depending.
Apparently, I need
Fallout.
I might need to pay a little bit more money. Apparently, I need a program carrier on my comlink to have the agent. Because comlinks can't inherently run a program, and agents are programs.
Did the comlink come with the agent free?
No, the agent was like 16 grand.
Oh, in which case, yeah, you would need that. Because I know there are some comlinks that come with a free agent, so...
I don't know. I'll check the stats on it. It's a rating 6, so it's got to be getting up there.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd get a free agent that was that good. So yeah, you'd probably need a program carrier.
Apparently, if I purchase like a sleaze dongle and a couple other things too, like basically I'm a decker with 10 dice at this point. I just have to be very specific with the agent what I want it to do. So I could get like sleaze on it, or I could get like I've got a couple of slots where I can make it do very limited matrix stuff.
It's why
like
I'm
data
really careful
processing,
about
write
allowing
file.
those dongles in game, because you can just be like, yeah, why would you ever buy a deck? Because you can buy a comlink and a load of dongles and do the same for like 40k.
Yeah, and I have that. I have that on my comlink. I have the sleaze on my comlink.
That's not.
But you
that's
saw
not
me
dongle, though.
using that.
That's
you
not a
saw me
dongle.
using that. What?
That's just a special type of comlink. That's not a dongle.
Oh, okay.
I think the difference is that a comlink has capacity slots just like anything else does,
Yeah.
and the deck can have shit tons, whereas like a comlink can only have like 3.
Decks can have mods and
A deck can have one mod at a
not that
time.
many.
Comlinks can't have a mod, and that's meant to be the build, the reason why you'd have a deck over a comlink. And I'm like, or I could have like 30, more than that, 350 grand spare. Like, dongle's severely underpriced, in my opinion. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the after show. Until next time, roll safe.
Sure. Bye, everybody.